employees are warning customers they're going to see long lines and big crowds this weekend. That's because banks have closed their lobbies as part of the effort to stop COVID-19 from spreading. But local bank employees warn the lines are only going to get longer this weekend.
Because it's a payday and it's when government issued checks are ready for our members or the bank customer, and then you also have taxes, they want to get that money.
Employees are encouraging people to try to use their mobile apps or online banking first. And if that doesn't work, they say you should try an ATM before getting in line to talk to a teller. Ohio Department of Transportation said fewer people have been out on the road since the stay-at-home order went into effect. ODOT data shows I-75 at Austin Boulevard saw a nearly 20% drop in traffic volume from March 23rd to the 24th, the first day of the order. That same stretch of highway averaged more than 120,000 vehicles a day in 2019. But this past Monday, it only saw a little more than 67,000.
Well, it's certainly showing that across Ohio and in the Dayton area, certainly people are adhering to what the governor is telling them to do, and that is to stay at home.
Since the order went into effect, ODOT says traffic volumes across the state have been 40% lower than they were this time last year.
Quiet is the story for us tonight across the Miami Valley. You can see that clearly on our Troy weather camera from our weather camera network, and you can see temperatures are also sitting right now in the upper 40s. As we head through the rest of the overnight hours, that number is going to be falling, and likely many of us are waking up tomorrow morning in those upper 30s, but quickly climbing once that sun comes up. Live Doppler 7 radar, as we take a look across the Miami Valley, we are clear. There are some high clouds that are continuing to filter in from the west, and that's being enhanced by some rain showers pushing through eastern Missouri and through the state of Illinois and making its way into western Indiana. I'll tell you this much, though. In place over the Miami Valley, we have some dry air, so that's going to erode away at these showers as they approach our region. We'll inherit some cloud cover, but I don't anticipate we're going to be tracking any rain from it. The actual cold front that's pushing these showers to the east is even further off to the west. Notice in western Iowa and portions of Wisconsin is where we have that sharp gradient for those temperatures falling from the 50s back into the 30s. And if you notice on the far left-hand side of your screen, towards the Dakotas, temperatures are in the teens. Now, we will get the cold front to move through, but we're not going to be dealing with cold weather like that. We'll just see a slight drop in temperatures from Saturday into Sunday. And even then, our highs are going to be above average. Right now, across the Miami Valley, we're sitting in the 40s, 43 in Troy, as well as in Springfield, 42 for you in Greenville and the Eaton area, and Richmond at 45 degrees. So let's talk about those showers just so I can show you that I'm not expecting them to move in. Futurecast, we start out currently. We have the clouds moving in from the west. And notice those showers there depicted out in parts of Illinois and western Indiana. They move closer and then they just die out. Again, we'll just see some inherited clouds from this. There's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a mainly dry start, or it should be a dry start, perhaps a few sprinkles off to our west. As we head through the day Friday, mostly sunny skies, and will stay dry all the way into tomorrow night. By Saturday morning, though, that's when the cold front starts to make its way towards the region, and we'll be tracking those showers for late Saturday into Sunday. So for tomorrow, we finish up the week, temperatures above average, 66 degrees. That's about 10 degrees above normal, and we'll be in the 60s and 50s through your Friday evening. Really a nice evening if you want to barbecue outside and try to enjoy the weather while we have it. Tomorrow, though, if you do suffer from tree pollen allergies, today our pollen count was at a moderate level. That means tomorrow will be as well. As we move into the next couple of weeks, we're going to start to see that tree pollen actually starting to spike to that high to very high category, as we're now starting to get into that blooming time for our trees across the region. Into the weekend, if you do want to be outside, perhaps you want to plant in the garden, or you're just going to enjoy some weather, best time to do so would be early on Saturday. That's when we'll be dry as we move towards the afternoon and early evening. Those scattered showers start to move in with the cold front I told you about. On Sunday, there may be a lingering shower early, then we'll go dry for the remainder of the day. Now, both days will stay above normal in the 60s. So here's Futurecast for the weekend. Again, those showers off to the west may not get here, though, until we get towards early to mid-afternoon on Saturday. Showers through the night, still with us early Sunday, and then tapering quickly to a dry forecast for the rest of Sunday afternoon. Here's the 5-day forecast. We're in the 60s into and through the upcoming weekend. Again, dry later on Sunday, then nighttime showers come in on Monday with a few isolated thunderstorms, perhaps Tuesday, highs of 70 degrees, and a chance for a shower or storm again on Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, meteorologist Kirsty Zontini will be up with you to have a breakdown of that weekend and when that rain moves in.
These days, we're often hearing terms like shelter in place, self-isolation, and quarantine. But what those actually mean can be a little confusing. News Center 7